Everyday Superpower. We talk body language, relationships, game, everything in between. We're essentially going to carry on from a video we did not so long back in regards to having direction, ambition, and of course, it all goes hand in hand. It's all cohesive, right? There's a knock-on effect from everything. So when you start applying yourself as a man, and I'm talking about attraction here, people. I'm talking about being attractive to women. I'm talking about actually being a respectable man. Yeah, outside of the realms of what society wants you to be, but more so fulfilling your biological reality. And in doing so, you garner and manifest everything you've ever wanted in your life, everything you've ever dreamed of. You learn to acknowledge what you can't have, and you realize what you can't have is not something you actually want anyway, but something that has been sold to you by the advertisement and the carrot and the stick that the marketing agencies try to hook you with on and get you on that endless hamster wheel, and you become a magnetic figure for the feminine to be attracted to, right? So you needn't ask for permission for anything, right? Don't seek permission constantly. From time to time, you might want to bring your missus in or bring the lady in and ask her opinion as to whether you should or shouldn't do something. If you need a second-hand choice, and that opinion is going to be, your defining point. Because if you are uncomfortable doing something, generally speaking, it's best not doing it whatsoever. It's about calculated risk, and if the action you're about to take has the potential of being problematic and you are uncertain, then maybe it's the best time to ask your other half and say, excuse me, what do you think to this? It should go, I don't think it's a great idea. And you say, okay, cool, I'll leave that until I'm more confident. Let's focus on something else. Bada bing, bada boom. But other than that, you seeking for permission is garbage. It's garbage. I don't know what the world is like where you live. I think different cultures have it a little bit more traditional than over here in the Western world on the little island I reside on. But the idea of being a whipped husband or boyfriend is not uncommon. It's not uncommon. It's not abnormal that a man, brackets boy, in a relationship, because no matter what age you are a boy if you are this way, and your missus looks at you as such, that you have to ask her permission to go to the pub with your friends. You need to ask if it's okay for you to do this, that, and the third. If it's okay to skip movie night that you have every single week and instead focus on yourself and build a business. Stop doing that shit. Just do it. Just do what you want to do. You'll be working within the perimeters and boundaries of a healthy relationship. Like, you're not going to go out of your way to be a complete knobhead. But the idea that you have to submit subserviently to her to have control over your own life, which you've got no control over. You have her control the yes and the no's and the do's and the don'ts of your own life. You're fucked, man. You're fucked. That you've lost your standing as the masculine entity within that relationship. You've lost it. You are supposed to bring order. You are supposed to have direction, drive, momentum, intention, and care for number one first. In a religious context, which is not something I preach here, as I am not, but in a religious context, they say that the woman looks up to the man who looks up to God. And the children looks up to the woman. That is the natural spiritual hierarchy of things to promote a healthy household. And biologically it's sound, right? So why do you need to ensure that it's okay for you to do what you want to do? Why have you gotten into a relationship with somebody that has the potential to stop you from having a good time? From being productive, from being creative, from putting yourself first. You have fallen into the trap of happy wife, happy life, and now you are pedestalizing her. You have elevated her to the role of the man in the relationship. The kids see that. She's disgusted by you. This falls into the realm of the nerd asking, why does she always go with the bad guy? Why doesn't she like me? I give her everything. Why does she always go with the bad boy? And that's because that bad boy has a self-worth, a self-belief, an understanding that it doesn't matter whether she likes it or not. I'm going to do what I want to do. To the extent of 5 years into a relationship, I can say to her, I'm going to go out and cheat on you. And I'm going to fuck the whole relationship up. And she'll be like, oh no. It's like, I have the power of my own choices. I can commit to my own actions. I take full ownership, responsibility of everything I do. Am I going to do that? No. But it's like, who's going to fucking stop me? The moment I can't do what I can't do, I have essentially been imprisoned in a relationship, and then you fall into the realm of where everybody comments online and you see stuff like, oh, I hope you're getting used to marriage. Oh, this is what marriage is like. Well, why get married? Why get married? Why get married? If this is what marriage is like, if this is a normal long-term relationship, if this is what ends up happening, if your missus starts nagging, giving you a headache, stopping you from doing what you want to do, you start living a shit life, you start bowing down at the feet of the woman, like it should be the vice versa, right? Why are you still in that relationship? Why are you still living your life like this? Because if I'm questioning that, isn't she? She does not want that. She doesn't want that. She never wanted that. She never wanted that. She's going to cheat on you. And let me say this each and every video. She's going to cheat on you with the man who represents self-autonomy. She's going to cheat on you with the man who represents strength, independence, leadership. You're not leading no more. She leads you, mate. You're turning to her like a kid asking his mother, am I okay to do something? She will look at you like a boy because you're not a man no more. You're not a man no more. And you asking her gives her space to say no. And when she says no, how does that make you feel? And how does that make her feel? When you don't do it. No, you don't. You can't do that. You can't go and have fun. She has now set up a boundary where she can decide whether or not you actually go and have fun with your friends. Not that you should be doing that anyway. You should be building and creating, doing something productive. You know what I mean? You're a grown man. You should be having fucking fun with your friends. You know what I mean? Get new friends. If you're just sitting around bullshitting, wasting time, she don't want that either. You don't want that, you know? Build. So, what more needs to be said? You should never, within reason, ask for permission. You should never be in a position, you should never be in a relationship where it's gotten to this point where you have to ask for permission because you are now projecting your mother onto her because she is now pedestalized to a degree where she has complete and utter dominance over you. And being the feminine, she doesn't want to play the role of the dominant. She doesn't. The sex worker who has to dominate her clients aren't attracted to him. She doesn't think it's a positive trait. The fact that any sex worker, regardless of who they want to play, is financially dominating this man, taking money off and giving him a little bit of boxing in return because he can't get it elsewhere. She doesn't think, oh, this is the man I want to be with. Screw your head on, man. Click like and subscribe. Peace.